I want to know what you think, America. Give me a call, 1-800-522-8673. Tonight's guest served both in the U.S. Armed Forces and as a role model and mentor to an entire generation of comedians. His new book is called Brain Droppings. Please welcome George Carlin. George.
Very good. How are you, man? That's fun. How you doing, everybody? That was a nice move I made. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's good, man.
See? You know, sometimes people in, like, big show business disparage stand-up comedians, but you can't beat that grassroots connection, can you?
Absolutely.
I mean, people feel that you've never let them down and never bullshitted them, and, you know, it shows off in the way they receive you. It's nice to see.
And I'm finally, after all this time, I get to do a talk show where you can say cocksucker. Isn't that great? Long time. I've been waiting for that.
Now, what was your experience in the military, George?
Well, first of all, may I point out, I chose to serve, Dennis, okay? Some of us apparently did not choose to serve. I chose to serve, and I was in the Air Force. I'm having fun, you know that.
I know.
I was in the Air Force. I decided I was either that or the Army. I decided very quickly, this was an easy decision. Army, I said, well, rather than sitting in a foxhole having foreign people shooting at me, shitting in my helmet, cooking in it later, for 3, 4, 8 weeks at a time, I'd rather fly over the area, drop some bombs, fly home, take a shower, and go out dancing. Air Force, country club. So, I not only did I serve, but I was actually killed in combat, Dennis. And I got out early. I beat him. I screwed him. I fucked him out of a year. It's a 4-year hitch they're supposed to have, and then 4 years in the reserve. I got the... by the way, I'd like to point out the dishonorable discharge does not inform you as to which party was dishonorable, okay? I have my version of this. I'm exaggerating. I didn't get a dishonorable. I got the same discharge Kelly Flynn got, but not for humping.
From the same guy?
No. No. And not even for humping. Hey, if I had known in 1957 you could get discharged for humping, hey, I'd have been out a lot quicker. But I got a general discharge under honorable conditions. I had 3 court-martials. My stripes, I went from, you come in as a basic. I went from no stripes to 1, to none, to 1, to 2, to 1, to 2, to 1, to none, and then they let me go. That was my trick. Yeah.
I think they call that trench warfare.
Yeah.
You move a little ahead, fall back a little.
Yes. They kept telling me, get snaps on those chevrons, Carlin. Get snaps. But
it must have been everything you had to not question every piece of bullshit admonition they gave you. I can't imagine you in that setting.
I'm going to tell you the 3 charges for the 3 different court-martials. Insubordination, oh, of course. Disobeying a lawful order, and falling asleep on guard duty. And my brother, God bless him, I patterned myself after my brother, he got a court-martial for inciting federal troops to riot. Isn't that great? Yeah. He talked all the radar guys into going over the chow line and beating the shit out of the cooks. So he had his way, I had my way.
So the Carlin boys, there was a precedent there for you when you came in.
A lot of paperwork under that C-A-R-L-I-N. A lot of paperwork.
Now, that's your specific experience. What would you say in the overview about the concept of war? I mean, it seems so, just...
Well, first of all, it is great theater. It's great entertainment. I mean, they don't call it the theater of war for nothing. The European theater, the Pacific theater. I know it's a show. And I'm here for the show. I figured that out a long time ago. You know, philosophers say, why are we here? What is this all about? I'm here for the entertainment. I like the idea of a lot of people dying. I can't help it. It's just something, I really mean that. It's not a comic exaggeration or anything. When I turn on the news, when they say breaking news, I'm hoping it's not some bill that got passed. I'm hoping it's a huge explosion somewhere, a lot of dead people. I just love it. And war is great. War is great because it just goes on and on. They're never going to learn. And I blame the soldiers. You know, a lot of people blame the politicians. I blame these soldiers who keep showing up. It's assholes. Since the Turks, the Russians, the Greeks, everybody. Well, okay, I'll be there. Testosterone. Not smart. No wonder they say, you want an education? Come in here. They need an education. They're not that bright.
George, don't you think that all those are young boys who are just kind of fearful for... What do you need?
A little
Need
water.
something to
Thanks.
drink?
Yeah, getting dry here.
You know, I mean... Is that not comic exaggeration? I can't believe you think that. So many of the kids in our armed forces are kids who are buffaloed by a system. They don't have the education or the money to fight that system, and they're just kind of ramrodded overseas into these piss holes to defend old white men's concepts that don't mean anything.
To defend white men's private property. That's what it is. They're protecting older people's property. No, I understand that, but you said overview a little earlier. And overview to me means the whole deal. And I just think if they never showed up, what would these people do? What would the statesmen and the politicians do? They'd have to have fist fights or something. I mean, why? They just keep going back. They keep going, yeah, we'll be there, it's fun, we'll kill a guy and everything. You know, I mean,
yeah, but you got to watch Breaker Morant or Paths of Glory, and you see what happens to these poor slobs who don't show up. Yeah. They're put in front of a firing squad, for Christ's sake. At least over there, you're running around in the jungle, you got half a chance, you know. I'm
suggesting there is an alternative, although it's probably not doable. It's a macro idea. The idea is, fuck these people. Don't go. Nobody goes. If nobody goes, they're going to kill them all? They're going to have trials for every single person? No. I'm just living in a different kind of world. I don't subscribe. I don't buy into all the premises that go into this system. I have pulled myself away a long time ago. Well, it's probably about 10 years.
It's an existential view.
When I finally decided, fuck these people, these humans. Let them do their thing. I'll watch. It's fun. I'm out here. I have no stake in the outcome anymore. I don't care what happens to you. I don't care what happens to your country. I don't care what happens to your species. You can go get fucked because it's fun to watch you destroy each other. It's entertaining. Look at...
You got any dates you want to push?
Yeah, right. You know what's nice? You know what's really nice about the public? They sit there and they go, he doesn't mean us, honey. He doesn't mean us. He's talking about those people
Well, tell him you
there.
do mean them.
I do. No, they know that. They know that.
You want me on that wall. Okay, we've got a phone call for you. Line 8, we've got Dave from...
Blue Ball,
Ohio.
All right. I thought it was in Pennsylvania.
Dave, I know you've been on hold for a long time. All right, what's your question, Davey?
Dennis, I'd like to know if you think, will they ever bring back the draft?
Georgie, you got any thoughts on that?
The draft, no thoughts. Zero. I think he said,
well,
hey,
you know,
Dennis.
I was in that draft. I was in one of the last drafts. I drew like 362.
Wonderful.
Like, you know, Charlie had to be at the St. Louis Arch for me to see any action, you know.
Yeah.
And I was lucky because when I think about it, sending me overseas just boggles my mind. You know, George, when I was a junior in high school, I went to work at H Salt Fish and Chips to get money for the junior prom. I quit after 2 days because when I would throw the cod fillets into the bubbling hot oil, it hit my arm and it hurt. It really hurt. All of a sudden, you're going to airdrop me into the jungle with an Uzi to do battle with some guy who knows Kung Fu? Are you shitting me? I mean, oh, man. We got another call. We got line 9. John from Audubon, New Jersey. John?
Hey, guys.
Audubon, bird call. Take it!
Okay, how much longer until soldiers are obsolete, and what effect will that have on warfare?
Boy, where do you get these people?
Huh? They're in a room in the back. They pick some. They pick random cities out. We put on a little show.
You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for when they can get those anthrax germs into little suitcases and set them off in the middle of a city. That's going to be fun. You don't need all this war. You don't need all these tanks and shit. What you need is some botulism stuff. You throw it around. You get the water supply. This is going to be fun. See, I'm talking about entertainment, and I really mean that. I think it's funny and fun, and I love watching it. And when they said that the Gulf War was going to be on TV, I didn't know it was going to be all graphs. I thought we were going to see some stuff. Graphs and maps and shit. No, get in there. Show me this stuff. I can't wait till the Middle East really explodes. Ancient hatreds and modern weapons. My kind of show, man. My kind of show.
Wow. You make Sylvia Plath look like Leo Biscaglia.
Good.
We got, what do you think about gays in the military now? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't know. A lot of soldiers complain about it. These hetero soldiers, they don't want that. More pussy for me. You go to town, if half the guys are gay, there's more pussy for the heteros. What are they thinking about? What are they thinking about? You know?
You know, I'm trying to think of a way to wrap it up after more pussy for me, but I think that speaks for itself. George Carlin, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around, George. All right. Dr. Feelgood.